first day of bad weather we've had. Miami in the rain.
To the mainland. At the time, in 1915, it was the world's longest wind bridge.
We had gone on a tour of Miami, which was 3 hours on South Beach and then a drive through the city on the way back. As the weather was bad, the tour guide said they would drive down Ocean Drive and we could see all the buildings from the comfort of the coach.
Take a look to your right. Behind this valet gun, Versace. Yeah, it's the house and the corner lot with the cabanas and swimming pool. Versace was murdered on the front steps of his house, coming back from breakfast. His sister inherited the property. She could not bear to own the property where her brother had been murdered, so she sold it and is now a boutique hotel. For the next couple weeks before high season starts, you can stay there, sir, for a mere $13,000 a night. Okay? You'll lose the weekend. The long weekend? Come high season, it's $19,000 a night. Yes. On the right, that is the palace, where they do world-renowned drag queen shows. It was the first place back there. Coming up on the right is the Clevelander. 5 exterior bars and liquor permits, licenses that allow them to sell until 5 a.m. ESPN broadcasts from here and makes it seem as if though the Miami Heat basketball team is playing right here. On the left is the Arts Deco Welcome Center with a museum that you pay to get into, a nice museum, and a nice gift shop if you're into Arts Deco. Also on your left, where these folks are, it is the temperature, the date, and Miami Beach. So you can take your picture there and send it to friends and family in cold, rainy England. So they're jealous. You send that along with this little note that says, "Wish you were here." Coming up on the right, Mango's Tropical Cafe, owned by Gloria and Emilio Estefan, formerly of the Miami Sound Machine. Off to the left, not being used very much right now, is an outdoor gym, reminiscent of Venice Beach, California. Where pretty people come to see and be seen. Park on the left before you get to the beach is known as Loomis Park, named for 2 brothers. Loomis Park, they sold the property in the city they were bankers. They sold it to the city on such good terms that the city named the park after them. Coming up on the right is the News Cafe. That is where Versace had breakfast before walking home to be murdered. Known as the News Cafe because when people actually read magazines and newspapers, they used to have here all the trade magazines and trade papers and newspapers for entertainers and artists and fashionistas and such.
After the drive along South Beach, the coach parked 1 block inland from the beach and we were given 3 hours to walk round and enjoy the centre of Miami. By then, the weather had cleared up and it was no longer raining.
Restrooms. So if you're walking around, look for
Something I never seen before was the boat going along the seashore with a large screen with advertisements on it.
Same having a cannoli.
Is it nice?
Oh, there's no sugar in this. It's alright. Italiano, Sicilian cannoli.
Southwest.
The driver said he would park the coach in Little Havana for 30 minutes for us to have a walk round. This was not part of the original trip.
Original bridge and series of islands. The second island used to be a seaplane base. A lot of little shops, lots of places to eat. I want to give you guys about a half hour. So, to keep things simple, I'm going to point out one shop that's nice to go into for if you want to get yourself some souvenirs, which will be this one right here. If you want,
They're all packed, aren't they, these places? Look at the skeleton. This man was selling peanuts, $1 a tube, and of course we had to buy one.
How many people happy today?
Me.
Okay. $1 only, very good. Thank you. $1.
here in the States, there's what's called diamond tours that come from like the Midwest and from throughout the South. So it's out of town bus drivers bring.
We had a slight delay sailing out of Miami as we had to let this other ship go first. It had to do a U-turn, but fortunately we were pointing in the right direction.
You got flame range. Yeah, we never did get on the frame, did we?
Well, it's not for bad to say, at least it's not for me. And if the wind is right, I can sail away and find it really.
In the room we have a nice flask for water which we can go and fill. There are not many places where you can fill it. We've got quite a long walk. We paid extra to have a cabin in the centre of the ship, which we had when we went on a sailing in March. However, they told us 2 days before we were due to sail that there had been a systems error and we had a different cabin, and it was right at the back of the ship. It could not have been further away. We weren't very pleased about this, but they told us there was nothing we could do about it, despite trying to complain. Hi. And there's nothing on this flight, so we have to go up a flight of stairs. And across past the lift. We sent an email about the cabin change, but we got a reply saying this email wasn't manned. Send an email to this other address. We sent an email to the other address that said, this email isn't manned. Please fill the complaints form in, link below. We filled the complaints form in, but when we tried to submit it, they said it cannot be submitted until after your holiday. I phoned Tui, and the man on the phone said it was a fake email, ignore it, he will send me an email to confirm we are still in the original cabin. I did not believe him, and so I made another call. This time a lady told me yes, the cabin had been changed, but there was nothing she could do about it. It's a long way to go for some water to make a cup of tea. Here we are at last back at the cabin with the water. So last night, having a couple of drinks before we go in for the meal, and home tomorrow morning. I thought I'd video a walkthrough from the restaurants, through the atrium, past the live lounge and to the theatre. I was trying to be a little bit discreet with my camera, and so the video is not that steady.
It's time. It would be the last time I would have broke my heart in two. Try to say goodbye. Don't feel another time.
Yeah, trying to fix it.
Ladies, gentlemen, and every other glorious choice in between. Welcome to the once infamous Palais d'Ombre, the Palace of Shadows. We are glad you came to witness our revival. But brace yourselves, folks, for out of the shadows, we give you light!
Say I can't go with other boys. I only want to accommodation for your Marella Discovery Showcast in Revive.
All the cases outside everyone's rooms. The people are going home. We all got a little bit worried on the way to the airport when the barrier on the level crossing came down and hit the coach.
That's the new train line, the Bright Line, that's going from MCO, Orlando. And it's going all down the East Coast, and it's going to eventually go into Miami. I think it stops at Fort Lauderdale at the moment, and it's in one of these, supposed to be a fast train. And they're arguing Universal and Disney because it's
The coach driver's lost and he's asking someone which way to the terminal. We've just been down the wrong road and had to do a U-turn.
Well, it says there's only one terminal.
We made it in one piece to the terminal and had a very pleasant flight home. We're on the plane now and we've got 3 seats between the two of us again, so quite happy about that. Had just over a 2-hour delay and just getting ready to take off. The cruise has been fantastic. I would recommend it to everyone. Can't wait to go on another one, hopefully soon. We're half an hour into the flight and they're coming round with the first lot of all-inclusive drinks. Now come round with the wine of your choice.
Should have put the lights on a bit, shouldn't they?
Yeah, it's a bit dark, isn't it?
Can't see what meeting.
I have included some of the screenshots from the trips and the menus, also some of the drinks menus. Unfortunately, the app on the TUI website would not register a holiday. I phoned them up to ask them about this and they said they were working to renew the app and it should be fixed soon. I checked last week and it still wasn't working. The holiday still wasn't on my history on the app. You use the cruise control link to book excursions and the 3 a la carte restaurants. However, we could only book anything for the first 3 days. I was worried the trips would get booked up as other people had said online this had happened to them, so I phoned up TUI. The customer service people said they would put me through to the people dealing with the cruises, and they promptly cut me off. I phoned again and they said they would put me through to the people dealing with the cruises. The people dealing with the cruises said I needed customer services and they sent me back there. Customer services said I needed the cruise people and they sent me back there. The cruise people said despite my objections I needed the customer services and they sent me back there. In the end they said you'll just have to wait a month or 2 and try 3 weeks or so before your holiday. We eventually managed to book the excursions and the restaurants we wanted about 2 weeks before the holiday. but 2 months before we had been able to book the first 3 days, but nothing else. I have no idea why this was. We had another slight problem. When we came to leave the ship to go back to the airport, we were stopped from doing so and told I had to go to reception. The night before, I had been to reception to pay my outstanding bill, which was only £2. However, they could not take a credit card because it was after 7 o'clock in the evening, and they had no change for a note I offered. And so I said, delete the £2 charity money, which is put on voluntarily on the bill. So they said, right, we will do that. That left me with them owing me 20p. This is why I was called back to reception, and they gave me 4 5p pieces. I wasn't very pleased. The bill at reception was actually only £1.80 because I had been credited the money I had paid to choose my cabin. The all-inclusive drinks package was excellent, and I did not think it was necessary to pay for an upgrade to this package. The whole of the cruise was excellent, the staff were fantastic, and I enjoyed every minute. This menu is for the glass house, the indoor swimming pool in the evening. There is an extra charge for this menu. However, this second menu now is the all-inclusive, and this was very nice in the evening again in the glass house, and we ate there twice. It was very nice. This is our 6th and final video in the series. We have really enjoyed the experience, especially 2 days and 1 night in New York, and I would recommend this type of cruise holiday to everyone. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a like. Our next video will most likely be in Dubai, where we are going in March.